G'day, welcome back to my channel. Today we are reacting to rich people just doing rich people things. There's been some great examples of out-of-touch influencers and rich people over the last week or so doing out-of-touch rich people things. Of course, we're going to start off with Coachella. The thing that's got everyone talking on TikTok is the camping setups, the bougie, over-the-top rich people camping setup. I don't know, let's just watch the video and you'll see.
I'm camping at Coachella for the very first time and I wanted to bring a piece of my apartment out into the desert.
For a start, I didn't even know you could camp at Coachella. For some reason, I just didn't expect Coachella to be a camping festival. I mean, obviously the attendees are not the sort of people that would camp. I can't imagine a Coachella attendee using a portaloo. The state of some festivals I've been to, like obviously the experience is great, but at the end of the day, you're roughing it a little bit. Like it's not the, how do I put this? It's not the most dignified 3 or more days of your life, that's for sure.
Let's set up the rest. Of course, we got to start with the tarp. And did I bring an entire rug out into the desert? Yes. I was really going for like classic vintage camping site, but a little bit more elevated. So I just brought this folding table, put this tablecloth on top for some color, and no campsite's complete without a bed that I of course had to add my personal touch to.
A giant blow up bed. That is insane. It looks really fucking cool though, and really comfy to be honest. The fact I'm actually starting to be a fan of this, like it looks cool. It does look cool.
I brought this director's chair and a few collapsible chairs, and as much as I wanted a vintage cooler, I couldn't find one in time, so this one's gonna have to do. I did, however, find this really cool vintage trunk for all of my clothes that I packed in.
So are you just going for like a little vintage look? A vintage look would be like, fuck, I don't know, literally nothing. Vintage would be the bare minimum.
This tourist was gonna go a whole weekend without a whole bunch of snacks. The table was looking a little bare, so I set up some knickknacks. Just kept it classic Coachella cowboy vintage. And then I used my cowboy hats that I'm wearing this weekend as decor.
There's no way that any of this was used. This is 100% just for the look, for the aesthetic.
And it just felt right to grab this little cactus when I was packing for the trip. And I even have a little shower set up in the corner. And that's the setup. I'm really happy with how it turned out. What do you think?
It does look cool. It looks very, very welcoming, very inviting, very comfy for your few days. But it's a huge amount of effort to go to, is my point. This is just insane. The fact he bought his own shower as well. I'm just casually mentioned that bit.
And I even have a little shower set up in the corner. And that's the setup.
If I saw that, I would have thought that was one of those tanning things. I don't know.
I think I successfully brought my home into the desert, and I think I'm in for a pretty cozy weekend if you ask me.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of camping, personally, but I think the whole idea of going to a festival and really embracing it is kind of slumming it a little bit and like not showering for a few days and really getting into it. No, I can't deal with that. I have to shower, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you're really supposed to embrace it and get involved. I'm going to insert some footage right now of a festival that I literally attended just a few months ago, a New Year's festival here in New Zealand, and you can see what it was like. I didn't camp this year, I camped the previous year. This is what real going to a festival and camping is like. Coachella attendees could never. I think most Coachella goers would die at a UK festival, literally. Like you imagine like Glastonbury. Glastonbury famous, like muddy chaos. I love how people build small houses for like 3 days. Literally what I'm saying.
I brought a whole rug, a sofa that turns into a bed, and an oak dining table. Just something light for camping as an interior designer.
Just something light for camping. Mentioning that he's an interior designer, yeah, I mean, that's pretty obvious. This is interior decorating final boss.
This sofa is so cool. Not only is it the perfect lounging spot during the day, but it's also a bed for nighttime.
I mean, I cannot lie, that bed, that blow up bed is insane. The fact that it's a bed but also a couch during the day so you can invite people to your tent, hang out. But it's just so funny, like the fact that bro was basically setting up a living room at Coachella. Bro took Coachella to the next level. When you're at a festival, you don't spend that much time in your tent. Like it's there for you to sleep and for you to keep your belongings basically. You're not really hanging out there for a long period of time, I would say.
Of course, I had to bring a clothing rack for my outfits. I can't wait to show you guys some of my looks for this year.
Full coat hanger, like basically had a wardrobe going on there, which is crazy.
Paper light pendant to the center of the canopy, and then put together my dining table. I still can't believe I actually brought an oak dining table to Coachella, but I'm
neither can I.
Committed to making one of the coolest campsites. Wish me luck for surviving the desert sun these next few days.
I mean, to be fair, it does look cool, but I would expect nothing less from Coachella attendees, let's be honest.
The camping safari area, people bring their inflatable pools and fill them up, and it's really cute. And decorate their tents.
People are bringing inflatable pools to Coachella. That is also crazy. Like, I don't know, there's also so much space. Like, when we have festivals here in New Zealand, and I imagine in the UK as well, it's all very, like, you've got thousands and thousands of people all really close together, so you got to try and cram everyone in. There's no way there's room for a whole ass pool.
The bathrooms are right there, and then these are the showers.
I think it's just the fact that we've never seen this before is why it's so crazy. Like, the fact I didn't even know you could camp at Coachella. It's just the fact that we've got social media now, TikTok, that tells us about this. It's just wild. The other example of rich people just doing rich things was, of course, Katy Perry's 10-minute trip to space. Was it 10 minutes? Was it 11 minutes? Maybe it was 11. I don't know. The point is, she went to space and it's wild.
You know, I've always been interested in astrophysics and interested in astronomy and astrology and the stars. I feel like we are all made of stardust and we all come from the stars, and it'll be exciting to see them twinkle.
The one thing I'm sure astrologists love is when you compare astrology and astronomy, or you talk about that in the same sentence. I didn't actually know that Katy Perry was going to space until about a day or two before. I suddenly saw, I don't follow her, but I saw on TikTok, just on my For You page, her posting about it, saying like she was going into space, and all the comments were saying like, this is giving Ocean Gate. This was apparently the first all-female space crew, of course. Great thing for feminism. I'm in no way hating against women for doing this, because I think it's a great thing for females. I think the problem I had with it was, one, it was Katy Perry. She's kind of just been cringe on social media of late, like when she did that Woman's World song, which just got absolutely ripped, a new one online. Just anyone but Katy Perry, honestly, at this point. But obviously it's not the first female in space as well, is another thing to point out. I think that's what a lot of people were confused about, was like they were saying they were the first females in space. It was just the first all-female crew. God forbid women go to space without a man present. Obviously they're not the first people to go on these Blue Origin space flights either. It's just kind of the first big celebrity that all young people know that we're talking about, I guess. But it's just the fact of like, why? What is the point? How much does it cost? 2021, Blue Origin had auctioned off a seat for $28 million. $150,000 deposit is required. Jesus. How do you pay the rest of that off? Just chuck it on finance after pay that shit?
New Shepard has cleared the tower.
Also, the irony of the first all-female crew going to space in a in a cock-shaped rocket. Sorry, phallic-shaped rocket is kind of entertaining.
Those are like the guy parachutes.
Well, John, you're coming back from space. You're getting like 5 Gs on your body.
I also found it hilarious that one of the women on that space crew was Jeff Bezos' wife. Bro sent his wife up there. Had some crazy confidence in the Blue Origin, unless he was like trying to get rid of her. 11 minutes in space, and all they kind of did was just float around and take selfies, like just filming themselves. Surely if you've spent that much money, well then again, I'm honestly thinking that these women probably got paid to go up there, to be honest. This has been great advertising for Blue Origin, hasn't it? But you know, you've gone to the effort of training for this, going up to space, which is a crazy experience that only few humans will ever get to experience, right? And you go up there and all you're doing is holding a selfie stick, like a GoPro, filming yourself just going, it's only 11 minutes. You literally only got 11 minutes up there. Surely you'd want to just stop and take that in. Set the GoPro up in the background and actually just take this incredible view in for 11 minutes, surely.
Behind you, look, right behind you. It's okay, you put it up there. Flint, I gotcha. I gotcha.
Like, why is that shot of Katy Perry just so terrifying and dystopian? Just her staring into the camera, holding that daisy, like, I don't know what it is about it.
Oh, the moon, you guys.
And then you see the other angle, it switches to the other angle, and there she is just like staring into the camera, like, she's like this. You got them in the background going, guys, look, the moon. She's like,
The moon.
no interest in the view or any of it, just content. Just think of the content.
Oh, the moon, you guys. I don't have to tell you, look at the moon. Look. Okay.
Katy Perry still not looking out the window, just and upside down. Why is it so funny to me?
Look at the moon. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's amazing.
And then, of course, there's the footage, which everyone's been talking about, of the door to the capsule opening. Then they quickly tell them, oh no, quick shut it, because Jeff Bezos has to come out and pretend that he's opening it for whatever reason. The woman just couldn't do it all themselves, could they? They went up to space, they did all that. At least just let a man have a moment for once in this whole thing. I also find it weird. I mean, I know that it didn't go that far up, but like when Butch and Sunny came back after 9 months stuck in space just not that long ago, I watched the live stream of it, and they had to hose that thing down, and they had to make sure that it was all safe, and no safety equipment there from Jeff Bezos or anyone. He's just in a t-shirt and jeans. I guess maybe just because they didn't go that far. I don't know. I don't know the bloody science of it, alright? I'm probably as knowledgeable as Katy Perry is on this.
We have to go there. Okay.
So this is when they all come out, trying to get the photo opportunities.
Katie!
Alright. You're up there for 11 minutes. Calm down. Alright. God. It's just crazy, rich people, man. The world is fucking an absolute shambles at the moment. Katy Perry's going to space though, while we're struggling to fucking eat. And the chaos of the world at the moment, this could have been a really lovely, uplifting little moment to make us all be like, oh, how wholesome and nice, but it's just too much cringe there. What they literally did for those 11 minutes, they could have done in a simulator. A zero-gravity simulator. It would have been the exact same thing, because they didn't go up there with any purpose, and it would have been better for the environment.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You are officially an astronaut.
Thank you so much.
They're just not astronauts at the end of the day. Like, these are astronauts. These two who were stuck in space for 9 months, those are people that have worked in this field for many, many years. Also, another woman who has been to space on many occasions.
How do you feel?
I feel super connected to love. So connected to love. I think this experience has shown me you never know how much love is inside of you, like how much love you have to give, and how loved you are until the day you launch.
What is she talking about? She's lost me. She's just yapping. She 100% scripted that before she went up there.
Gail shared with us the song that you sang when you got up there.
Was it E.T.? Was it Firework?
Wonderful world. Why was that important to sing that?
No, it's What a Wonderful World. Great song. Nothing against the song, but it's real theatre kid energy, isn't it? Like,
I think that it's not about me. It's not about singing my songs. It's about a collective energy in there. It's about us. It's about making space for future women.
It's not about me, but also big theatre kid energy, because you already know she was like in there filming herself, and she's like, looking out the window. What a wonderful world. You can just imagine it. I'm not going to make this about me, but I'm also going to make this about me.
And it's about this wonderful world that we see right out there and appreciating it.
Yeah, but the problem I have is the world isn't that wonderful right now. And you doing this, like I say, could have been a wholesome moment. But there's so many other things that are happening in the world right now that are not wonderful that we could all be spending time and money and energy on than this. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't think there was any bad intentions from Katy Perry or any of these women, obviously, but there's literally just no self-awareness here or in the Coachella situation either. This is rich people just doing rich things. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please do drop a comment, let me know your thoughts, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.